How's it going? I hope you guys are doing well. Those of you who are subscribed to tradeconfident.io, this is a very exciting video, exciting for me to give out because I really believe this is going to help you and a lot of people become profitable in the crypto market. This is the new format for the trades, for the live trades that I'm going to be calling on tradeconfident.io. Depending on the time that you guys subscribed here and you're watching this video, the past live trades, it looked like this, where I basically ended up calling out a trade. I ended up giving the sell limits, the buy limits, all right here. Everything was just laid out. You guys could take those and put them in your exchange. The big problem I'm running into with this is that you guys have to wait for this trade to close. I'm talking like maybe 2 to 3 weeks and maybe even a month before the next trade setup comes out. So I developed a way for you to enter a trade literally any hour of the day, of any week, of any month, whenever you want. So you don't have to wait for me to exit a trade and finish a trade before a new one is posted. And that is what I'd like to introduce you guys today to with the new, we'll call it the new live trading setups in here. So let's get back to that page and I'll give you guys an overview. For this example, I'll be using Matic Live Trading, and of course there'll be a bunch of different cryptos on this website you guys can trade. So Matic Live Trading over at tradeconfident.io. Here's how this works. You can enter a live trade right now. Here's how. So follow me here. I'm going to read slowly. I'm going to reference this chart. This is exactly how you do this. You can start literally right now at Trade Confident with your membership. All right. You enter a trade right now. Here's how. Locate the white horizontal line. This is the live price as of 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. The white dotted line is the current price right here as of 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time this morning. This chart does not update when I want to give updates. It doesn't update 2 weeks later when something happens in the market. It will update for you every single morning at 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. This is why we have trade signals now being sent out with this single chart every morning, and you can enter a trade whenever you want. All right, let's keep moving down here. The 4 yellow lines below the white dotted line, the 4 yellow lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, below the white dotted line, follow me here, are the 4 prices I will place 4 buy limits at. Okay, so I'm locating right now. We're going to pretend this is 8 o'clock in the morning or maybe 12 o'clock. Here's the current price as of 8 a.m. in the morning. Here's my first buy limit. I'm going to make this big. Here's my first buy limit, and it's going to be at 85 cents. Here's my second buy limit, and it'll be at 74 cents. My third one will be at 56 cents, and my fourth one will be at 32 cents. Very easy to see here. You guys can scroll in as much as you want, and you can make it as big as you'd like, so you can write those prices down. Let's continue. For an example, if I was trading with $1,000, I would break it into 4 equal portions and place $250 at each buy limit. This is incredibly simple. Does that make sense? I'm locating the white line, and I'm locating the first 4 lines below it and their prices. These are going to be buy limits in my exchange. For my example, I use Coinbase Pro for all my trading. $250 would go here, $250 at this price, $250 at this price, $250 at this price. This is very, very simple, all right? If you really want, and I actually don't suggest this, but I know some people will, so I want to cover this. If you really want to get into a trade right now, you can use a market order and set your remaining 3 buy limits at the 3 yellow lines below. Let me explain this. If you do not want to wait for this first buy limit to get hit, you would still, in my opinion, not financial advice, entertainment purposes only, if I had $1,000, $250 market order, and then the 3 buy limits below, I would place $250 here, $250 here, and $250 here, having a total amount of $1,000 on this trade. Now, if you had $400, you could do $100 market order, $100 market order, $100 at the first buy limit, $100 at the second buy limit, and $100 at the fourth buy limit because you've placed in $100 at the market order where the current live price is. Again, I do not suggest that. If you had $400, I personally would wait for it to hit your first buy limit, so $100 at 85 cents, $100 at 74 cents, $100 at 56 cents, $100 at 32 cents. All right, let's move on here. I will then locate the first yellow line above the current price and enter that as my sell limit once my first buy limit is hit. All right, that can't get any more simple. Once this first buy limit is hit, for this example of 85 cents, I will then go into my exchange, my example is Coinbase Pro, and I'll place a sell limit at $1.02. You can see that right here. Very simple. Once the first buy limit is hit, you're just going to place a sell limit at $1.02. All right. If you guys get lost on any of this, just read this. It is so simple to follow. And I even give an overview here of what it should look like. Okay. So let's keep moving here. In the end, let me get this up here. In the end, I will have 4 buy limits. In the end, you will have 4 buy limits, all below the current price, and 1 sell limit above the current price. You can wait for your sell limit to be hit or use any of the other metrics on this page to help call a profitable exit. So on this website, you guys can check out the metrics over here for Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, Cardano, VeChain, Matic, Ripple, and Uniswap. For this example, it is Matic. Now, I do not have metrics for all the coins that I call live trading for yet, but I'm trying to work on expanding that, okay? So you guys can use Matic, and you can go to the metrics here, and you can use this to call profitable exits. Give me 1 second to explain this, and then I will go over this. These also updated 8 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. When you see an emotional index get down to very fearful, this is an amazing time to buy because historically the price moves up because Wells institutions buy here. For an exit, when you get into the excited and the greedy section, this is where the whales like to short the trade and move prices down. This is a great place to look for an exit. Also, you can watch to see what whales are doing here. Historically, when they start taking short trade sentiments and these orange bars move down, this is when the price will move down. Right here, the price moved down. Right here, the price moved down. Right here, the price moved down. Okay. You can also use the metric on here called exit points if you want to try to call the tops here and exit out of your position, or exit out of your position before the price drops, before the price drops, or before the price drops. You can use all the metrics to help you guys exit a trade or help give you an example of when to enter a trade. If you want to wait for the metrics to show a good trade and then come over here and look for the buy limit closely associated to the current market price, you can do that as well. All right, let's finish up here because this is very simple. A few things I want you guys to know. As more buy limits are hit, your break-even entry price will go down, giving you a more favorable position and a better risk-to-reward ratio. So for this example, if you were to get in here and place a buy limit here, 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 and here at the 4 yellow lines below the current price, as the first one gets hit and then the second one gets hit, your entry is not at the first buy limit. You have to take the first and the second buy limit, divide that by 2 because they're equal portions, and now your break even is sitting in between here. Once your third buy limit is hit, you take the first, the second, and third price that you bought in, and you divide it by 3. That is your new break even average. If you hit the fourth one, you'll take your first, second, third, and fourth buy limits, divide it by 4, and that is where your new break even entry is. Every buy limit that is hit will give you a better risk to reward ratio, and it will also lower your break even entry price, helping you gain back profits a whole lot faster. Okay? Couple more things and we're done. If there are only 3 yellow lines below the white dotted line, I would then, for example, take my $1,000 and place 333 at each level. The point of this is equal portions. If there are fewer than 3 yellow lines below the white dotted line, I would not enter that trade, okay? If there are less than 3 yellow lines below the dotted line, I would not enter the trade. I have found mathematically it is very important to use 4 equal portions, and I can go over that in another video, and I can talk to you guys about that if you want to email me. But 4 is the best thing to use for this strategy, okay? Last thing, the yellow lines are dynamic. They will consistently change as days pass and new structures are formed. So make sure to check back frequently for updates. Does that make sense? You guys, if you're looking at this right now, in 2, 3, 4 days, these lines around here could change. Why is that? Because new structures are formed. I am updating these meticulously at specific levels where we have Fibonacci zones, where we have support and resistance zones, where we have bots trading the market, where we have whole numbers, as well as where we have quarters theory numbers, and then I actually apply principles of what I've even taught hedge funds of how to get in at specific prices. These are not just thrown on the chart. I've spent meticulous time placing every single one of these yellow lines, and as price structure continues in the days, 3, 4 days past, these lines will update. Make this point clear though. Note this. Once you enter a trade with your 4 buy limits and 1 sell limit, those are final levels. I would not change these levels. Let the trade finish. So let's take this for an example. If you entered right here at your first buy limit and you got triggered in, that's awesome. You would now have 3 other buy limits in your exchange ready to go with a sell limit. You can exit whenever you want in the profit. But as these lines update, my suggestion, not financial advice, is do not change your original buy limits. Keep them the exact same. There's a reason for it. It's because structure of the original trade is, let me say this a different way. The way that it's originally set up, if you are chasing it around, you are then taking into account structures that have been created into the future, which will not give you great placements of where the original trade was set up. The best place to average into the trade is where the current candle is and where the current buy limits are for that trade. So do not change your buy limits once these buy limits are changed. Put them into your exchange. Literally right now, you could go on and place a buy limit at 85 cents, 74 cents, and 56 cents, and you could be done, and it will actually run like a bot the whole time without even touching it. I've done this. I've been on vacation with my wife, been at the beach, and I have trades triggered. So that is a full overview of how to trade on tradeconfident.io for live trading with this metric. It is very simple. You can trade this any day, any hour, any week, any month, whenever you like. If you have any questions, email me at btradeconfident@gmail.com and I'll help you out. God bless you guys. Have an amazing time trading, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.